So this is one of those episodes of When I'm Not Podcasting where I'm going to talk about Uber. I'm going to talk about Uber. What am I going to talk about Uber for? Well, I can bring up a number of reasons why I could talk about Uber. The fact that they're giving out 10 million free or discounted rides for people that are seeking vaccines. Sure. I could be talking about how they actually had a phone number in New York and Florida to go ahead and do Uber Eats ordering, and then they scrapped it. It was like a test to see if it would do any good. I could talk about a guy that makes $25,000 a year at 23 years old doing Uber, and what he likes to splurge on. He likes to splurge on books. Well, no, okay. I like to splurge on books. He buys $40 on books per month plus $15 on Audible. Well, I mean, I do the Audible thing. I don't do the books. I don't have time to go ahead and just sit down and open up a book. Just wasn't like that for me. There wasn't really so much of that. But either which way. Uber recently completed an acquisition with Postmates. So the thing is, Uber Eats wants to be the market for people to go ahead and order food. They want to be able to order alcohol. Like one of my most downloaded episodes of When I'm Not Podcasting was Uber Eats now has alcohol delivery. It's been fascinating doing that. And it's really interesting when you actually get people to go ahead and order for Uber Eats. Keep in mind that if you're getting an alcohol order, you got to be sober. You got to look sober. You can't just hide it. I mean, nobody I've actually dropped off to has been so stupid to be like completely piss-ass drunk to go ahead and like ask for an Uber order. So what I have done, I probably have seen people that are probably a little tipsy. Like I have been bringing like women wine to their apartments because you could just tell they've been like sitting there for all day. And you could probably tell they were like wanting to get some extra. Just they ran out of a bottle. They felt like an Olivia Pope on Scandal. They said, I got to have some more. Okay, I'll have some more. But, I'm not having anybody coming out sloshed and coming up to the door. It's like, hey, do me a favor, okay? Don't tell anybody. I'm going to give you 10, 15 bucks. Like 10, 15 bucks, okay? Just scan the card. Just scan the card and I'll take care of it, okay? Just shh. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Nobody does that. Honestly, the ones that actually do go ahead and pick up alcohol, I'll tell you what they do. It's like I've had some guys that have been kind of sloshed a little bit. They've been a little bit like kind of tipsy already or ready to drink. They'll just get in an Uber literally and just go ahead and just go drive to a bar. Don't have me take them to a bar, or they just have me go and drive them to the liquor store and back. So some people just rather just do that instead of getting the alcohol delivered so they don't have to worry about the ID. So keep that in mind. It might be just better for you to just get an Uber to the liquor store and back and then do it like that instead of getting the alcohol order. But some people, they like the conveniences. They like the curbside. They don't want to get out for the COVID, so they might as well go and stay, right? So in the meantime, the story is that there's been some more thinking about the newly combined companies and what that would mean for businesses that they work with. The company posited the move as a benefit to the merchant population they work with, alongside the official closure, announced a new initiative to encourage and gather customer feedback on the merchant side. So we don't know what that's going to be and what that will mean to all, but again, we're just waiting to find out what's going to come up soon. What we do realize is that with Postmates, what I want to find out that Postmates and Uber Eats does is that Postmates used to let you go ahead and order to pick up. And that's what Uber Eats doesn't have, because obviously they want you to go ahead and pick up that way. So will Postmates continue to be their own standalone, or they will just be merging into the other and they'll still have that? Like Postmates should be like an attachment onto the Uber Eats app. So if you want to just go and order pickup and get a small fee for it, then you can do that. Because then what Postmates should be doing is what Uber Eats does and others do, where you don't have to go and order from separate apps, because that gets annoying and that clutters your phone. You want to have one app to order from any place and then not worry about getting everything in. Now, Postmates and Uber Eats takes care of most of the market. The other ones like DoorDash or Grubhub, they're almost in a lot of places, but like a lot of the local mom and pops, maybe not so much. Uber Eats and Postmates, I think they corner most of the market. That's what the benefit is here. And if they make it where the Postmates model works into the Uber Eats model and they kind of combine them in some way, shape, or form, or Uber Eats has a pickup model and a delivery model and they just intertwine it, done even better. But then, people might not want to go ahead, but people want to go ahead and deliver your pickup options. Delivery or carry out. They should have the options just like a pizza place does or like other places do. They should have that in there. And hopefully, the same method of getting delivery and carry out ready is how they set it up for not just passengers, but then you have customers that come in, they'll go and do their stuff. And that's the idea. Because wouldn't you want, if you're using the Uber Eats platform and you're just working on the drivers, wouldn't you want the customers to come in and then you offer upsells to them as they come in to get their stuff? Because once they get their stuff, you can say, hey, did you also want this? Like, throw in this or throw in this. Like, you want some dessert, you want this and that. Like, there's other things you could ask for. And maybe there's something else that they wanted to go and order on top of what they got from Uber Eats. And they say, oh, you know what? I want to go and order this too. And then you get them in the store and they're coming in for carryout. Why not to try to get them sold on something else? Something that might be ready to go. You can have ready to go items, things like that you can go ahead and put into the order and do like that. Now, there's been conversations they talked about that Uber says in their blog that they're going to do a regional listening exercise. First virtually and later with in-person sessions once they do so across North America. And so they're going to have where they're going to be partnered with restaurant associations and chambers of commerce to make sure the right folks are in the room and answers are accountable to you. So the goal is to bring leadership closer to the incredibly diverse spectrum of merchants using Uber Eats and Postmates so we can better listen, understand, and build for the challenges and opportunities our partners face. So they've already did the acquisition. Then what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and do some focus groups to figure out what's the best way to move forward to take care of both markets, delivery and carry out. So it is the perfect world, perfect storm to can do this. And they're the first ones to do it. And let's see how it works out. Plus, most importantly, we'll see how that works out. I mean, it doesn't mean the Uber drivers get more rides as a result. Maybe they'll probably get more businesses to work with and get more places to go ahead and deliver for. But then carry out will still be a thing. And then if you're still getting people to go ahead and come over and order, then that's better off. So it's not so much the importance of the delivery and getting the system ready to go so that the restaurant and the order maker are all in sync and that the menus are very distinct. Because Postmates, I think, did a really good job as well of having good, broad menus in there, updated. Just not so much Uber Eats forte. They're more about the delivery actually. But when it comes to the menus and doing the pickup, there's going to already be some things that Postmates might do a little bit better. So the best of both worlds come in. This might be good for 2021. Keep an eye out for that. Uber for delivery and carry out. I like it. I like it a lot. Come back for another one on podcasting. Till next time.